Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We're gonna watch a video together. YouTubeception, we're doing it. I just saw this just came out from the raid team, and I thought this looks really interesting. A video, Meet the Raid Team, that was supposed to be part of the anniversary celebrations. It got a bit delayed, but they're still going ahead to make it. So, yeah, I'm intrigued. We're gonna dive in. Raid Shadow Legends, Meet the Team. You can watch, obviously, the full video on their YouTube channel if you want to. But we're going to watch it together. I haven't seen any of this yet. I've heard that Lydia the Death Siren is in it. The person that they modeled the face of Lydia. Let me actually bring up Lydia in-game, and then we'll see if we recognize her when she pops up. That's the one thing I've heard, is that I guess one of the devs looks like this. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the wings really come through in real life or not. I'm curious, you know. Let's dive in. Let's go.
Hey, everyone. This is a video we've been meaning to do for a while. In fact, we had actually intended to make this one in time for Raid's 3rd birthday, but life has a way of messing with your plans sometimes. This is the Raid team. The people you're seeing on your screen right now are currently spread throughout many different countries, but we're now back up and running, and our development pipeline is flowing once again. And although we may not be under one roof anymore, we are still united by a common goal.
Dude, that's totally her. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my god, you recognize her instantly, actually. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't, there's like some, completely going off topic here. There's some like, just random champion. Is it this guy? Yeah, this guy. Look, this guy, this is an uncommon, who has an uncommonly human-looking face. I've no idea if he's in this video, but like this, look at his face. Look at his face. Bannerlord's uncommon. This has got to be a developer, surely. I mean, look at him. Anyway, back to the video.
United by a common goal, making Raid as awesome as it can be. Today, we wanted to give a shout out to each and every one of you that have been on this journey with us. We're immensely grateful. And believe us when we say this, Raid wouldn't be here without you. But don't take my word for it.
It's a really good production video, actually. This is really impressive. Wow.
Let's hear from the team.
It's strange seeing Lydia smiling. Oh my god. Back to the roots. Yeah, so we were thinking, why not make a game for people who'll say, oh cool, there are necromancer knights here, I'll play it. Fair. Why not make the foundations for gameplay awesome too? He's like, guys, what if we make a game? What if we make it actually good? Huh? Oh yeah, that's a great idea. You'd be the game director. You've got good ideas there, pal. They're like, Steve, get out of here. It's like Steve's like, oh, I thought the shit game would be good, guys. Fuck. All right then, see you.
That's why we have different type of game modes.
Project had her hopes up from the beginning. Very ambitious. Oh, that's crazy. Wait, oh shit, her name is actually Lydia? No way. Her name is actually Lydia. Oh, that's so cool.
Это было очень амбициозно сразу. Это было амбициозно, это был такой уровень, который мы раньше не делали, это был жанр, который...
Yeah, I don't know, what, have you guys ever played any of the other Plarium games? I have done some Mech Arena stuff as part of like promotion videos, like on my other channel, which I'm not doing stuff on at the moment, it's on hiatus. But it's a Mech Arena is actually quite good. I think it gets played a lot, but doesn't make as much money. Darina. We need to pay attention to all these names. This is Darina. In case it's a dead giveaway, right? You know? Like if one of these is like, this is Sigmund the High Shield, you'd be like, okay, I know who that is. Sense of serious responsibility because on this project couldn't afford to make mistakes. No room for playing around. Okay. I mean, that's a really tough part about live development for sure. It's like you can't push out an update and have it not work. You know, it's tough. Like a lot of people didn't like Hydra, and like, you know, that must be so tough for the team as well. You know, like you work so hard on developing a new bit of content, and then the reception is mixed. It's like, well, shit, this was supposed to really work for us. This is Natalia or Natalia. Technical overlap. It's complicated. Ah, this is Zana. So oh my god, I'm completely blanking here, but she's one of the community management team lead. She's done loads of the videos before, and now off the top of my head, I can't think of what her like community manager like tag was. But she's done so much stuff. That's really cool. I do think she looks a bit like Minaya. I just pulled Minaya there this weekend, but like in terms of, do you guys think they look so they ignore the hair? She obviously has blonde hair, but facial structure, she's got really light eyes as well. She has got pretty light eyes, similar facial structure. I don't know if it's just coincidence. I think they look very similar though.
Відштовхуємося від величезної кількості думок, мрій, не побоюсь цього слова, бо у нас є величезні плани на те, як далі розвивати рейд.
Are we gonna? I don't know if we're gonna any hints on this as to what's coming up.
Постійно прислухаємося до того, що хочуть наші гравці, бо якби
It's supposed to be a very entertaining video, me looking at the bottom of my screen reading subtitles. It's good.
Ми не можемо цього не робити. Ми робимо продукт для гравців.
Not saying anything too interesting yet.
Такое же, как будто мы вчера запустились.
Dimitro, feels like we launched this yesterday. It's cool because it makes you realize how much more you can do. I mean, this is fair. Like, the game has been out 3 years, which on the one hand is a long time, but I imagine, like, working on it and developing it, you know, it feels like it's not been that long.
Потому что ты понимаешь, как много еще
It's kind of crazy. I've been playing the game for almost 2 years, so I've been here for actually most of it at this point, which is kind of weird. Probably need to stop making the excuses then and stuff, you know? Like, when I first started out, you'd be, like, looking at the content creators or, like, just clanmates that played for way longer, and you're like, oh, they've been playing for forever. Like, at the time, they've been playing for maybe 1 or 2 years, and I'd been playing for a couple of months. You go, well, they've been playing forever. Now it's not as big of a difference. It's still big, but...
то, что мы постоянно находимся в динамике, то, что мы не застряли где-то, а мы постоянно...
Yo, that was cool.
Постоянно находимся в динамике, то, что мы не застряли где-то.
Wow, they have like a whole setup. That's really badass.
Не хватает еще следующего.
I guess that's probably not for the game though. I wonder if that's probably not for the game. That's probably for the cinematics. It's like the advertising department. I ain't never seen Galek do that in game.
Когда человек смотрит
Lore, they're missing lore.
Найти эту деталь, а потом
open character info.
Как она связана с другими
персонажами, and then find the lore. Are they going to bring lore into the game? So I saw they did this. I didn't do a video on it, but they put up a whole bunch of posts on their forums bringing together the official lore for the characters. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I thought like maybe they're going to mention this here. I thought like you click into a character. How cool would it be if there was like a lore tab, like, you know, story tab, and you got the actual story of the character? I think that would be awesome. That'd be great. You know? If you get a new character and you love them and you're like, wow, I want to find out about the drama that goes on between the champions. Yeah, there's a lot. You guys probably don't know. I've got some insight as content creators, but you know, there's a lot of drama goes on between these champions. Like, you know, like it was a pretty big deal in content creation. You know, when Vergamkar, when he hooked up with Gomlock, it was like, wow, we didn't see that coming. We thought for sure that he was gonna hook up with Bonekeeper. Didn't happen. It's crazy.
Skills. We look at it, we look at the model, we look at what we're missing, and we're figuring out the best way to...
Yo, that's really cool concept art. Skimfos, we just had Riho.
To have its look
Kerndig,
and the skill set
cool.
work together.
Kimmy, man, the art's really good. Like, they knock it out of the park. Harder to test skills. I mean, that's gotta be true. Like, some of the really complicated champions as well. Must be very difficult to actually test them. Like, the really weird ones. And like, here's one of the problems with... I think one of the things, not problem, but something that makes it really difficult with the game is that you kind of have to get it right when it goes live. You know, like they almost never nerf any champions. They just never nerf them. They buff champions. They've been doing it more frequently, which is great, especially for the older champions that have been like power crept out of date. But like with this type of game, like people go in and they spend money and they get really hyped to get a champion. They clearly don't want to come in and nerf those champions because it would make people feel bad and put them off, you know, buying more shards, going for champions. So they don't want to nerf stuff ever. That's my take. I think it's right though. But how tough must that? It must be really tough. Do not release an overpowered champion, but you do have to make them really good so people want them. Like that's got to be an art to that, you know.
Условий, и нужно посмотреть во всех ситуациях, как они будут сочетаться.
Достаточно сделать что-то очень крутое, новое. Нам нужно заинтегрить это что-то крутое в существующий проект, а это в разы
Great things
сложнее.
in the game.
Those designs, we liked it, but we feel like
Right.
it's a miss. So we completely redesigned the character, move it down the timeline of release, and players never see the first version.
Are they going to show? Oh, I don't know if they're going to show us any. That would be so cool, though, wouldn't it? To see some like older versions of the character that they rejected. It's a pity they didn't tease any of that. Maybe they're
First
going to
we will
use some of
have
those
just
concepts in the
for
future.
Death Knight. After that, we're gonna do more Skinwalkers and Lizardmen.
Частичные герои
Nice.
ближайшие направлены на борьбу
Upcoming
с
releases,
Гидрой.
new champions. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay, we're getting some stuff here. So this is not about like the team. This is about like the game, as it were. Okay, Justice for Death Knight. I don't know what that means. Something. We're gonna do more Skinwalkers and Lizardmen. That's really exciting. Skinwalkers, Lizardmen. Let's be real. They are two of the orcs. Actually, you know, we're doing the faction games at the moment. YST and my team's got the orcs, and he's putting up a really good show. Like he's doing some incredible things with the orcs. But like, you need someone as smart as YST to come up with these strategies, because it's tough to make them work. They're a bit lacking. But Lizards is very bare. Skinwalkers has improved, but Skinwalkers is very bare. Like their epics especially. We've got some good ones like Fane in there, Basher in there, but a lot of them are fairly weak. Since I've been playing recently, they've added more. You know, like Ragash just came in, and that's great. Tumisia is a fairly recent addition, but you know, yeah, they are still lacking. So more of those is great. Okay.
And Lizardmen.
And the juicy stuff. And here we go. Upcoming releases. New champions will specialize in fighting the Hydra. That's very cool. I mean, a lot of them in this did. Like Ragash, he's just great in general, but he's very good against Hydra. I definitely think, again, this new Lizard Nekmothar, really a Hydra specialist. That's very good. And it's something they have to do. I do wonder, you know, do they... When they're designing Hydra, are they expecting champions to come into the game to help you more? Like in terms of things like, how do you deal with Head of Torment? Perfect Veil, Inquisitor Shamael. There's been almost none added. There was one added in this patch. I need to do a video actually on Truath. Another Perfect Veil champion, but there's been very few added. When Hydra came out, they did do Tutora, who does bring you Perfect Veil, so they did that before Hydra came out. But there's just been, I would say, not a lot of new champions that have been super helpful for Hydra, which has been a bummer. You would think that, you know, you release new content, definitely try to do this, focus
герои
stuff to help
ближайшие
players
направлены
do it.
на борьбу с Гидрой. И мы постоянно
Champions
делаем
help
героев,
players deal with
которые именно
specific
помогают
difficulties.
игрокам закрывать какой-то
I know, right? It's a great
And the
idea.
Hydra offers the completely, like, it's like roguelike game. You're trying, you're failing, you're trying once again, and it's like an endless process.
Все
Okay.
больше и больше игроков закрывают и
More
прогрессируют
players are
по
progressing
башне.
to the Doom
Да,
Tower.
и это значит, что
Yeah.
фича работает. Действительно, она не должна
Feature
была
works.
быть
What's supposed to be easy
фичей
one day
на
feature.
один
Yeah, I do think the Doom Tower works well. Like for me, going through the Doom Tower the first time, obviously, you know, normal's not too bad, but you've got some road bumps along the way, and then hard, it's really a process. You know, it took me a couple of, 2 to 3 rotations at least, I think, of most of the Doom Tower rotations to actually be able to push all the way up through hard. And it was quite good, you know, like every time it comes back around to a Doom Tower rotation, like, okay, great, I can push further than before.
день. То есть
So I thought that
те
worked pretty
игроки,
well.
которые
Players say
говорят,
it's
что
difficult, they
очень
don't have enough
сложно,
champions.
что
That's
у
the
них
game,
не
yeah.
хватает героев. Да, к сожалению,
Gee, this hero collector game, I need to collect the heroes. What's up with that? It's crazy. If you're a level 40, you won't be able to beat the tower.
сейчас вот там, если вы находитесь на 40 уровне, то
Still one of my favorite comments ever on my YouTube channel. I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm sorry. Was someone on the free-to-play guide to beat Doom Tower hard was like, how dare you have that speed on your champions? It's like, but that's what the speed of the enemy waves at the top is, mate. That's what you need. You know,
вы
you
не
just need to
сможете
play for
сказать
long
точно,
enough till
но
you have
это
that stuff. It's the
какой-то
way it works.
стимул развиваться, растить героев. И кроме того, еще вот мне,
Secret rooms, you can use rare champions.
нравится то, что есть секретки, в которых можно юзать
Yeah, that's just, let's be real. The secret rooms to use rare champions. In a sense, I get what you're trying to say, that it's a cool idea. You get to use the rares, but it's not really, because their skill sets are so limited. You don't actually do much interesting with them. What you do to beat the Doom Tower rare rooms is, I'm working on a few right now, is you take these rare champions and you slap them into stun sets. That's what we do. We're going to grab them, we're going to slap them into stun sets. Where do I have some more? Yeah, we're going to grab them, slap them with the stun sets. Give them the stun sets. There we go. So the rare secret rooms is just like level up a bunch of champions you would never really use and give them stun sets. That's what it is. So I do like the other secret rooms though. They're quite fun. I do kind of wish that they would rotate or change the secret rooms sometimes. I guess the problem is that they are so difficult and you need to build towards them that you can't really do that, but something I would like to see more of. Yeah, Faction Guardians made everything in the game a lot easier. It's a good power creep for the players. I think Deadwood was saying recently that, you know, clan boss takeovers and stuff that he's doing, getting the right speeds on your champions has become a lot easier with that extra speed from this stuff. So. And the new vault they added in makes this much easier as well.
Say to a million of players, now you will play this way. It kind of does not work like that.
Люди самостоятельно находят еще
People
огромное количество
themselves,
комбинаций
combinations,
того, как этот
how
пазл
puzzles
можно
can be solved in more
решить еще
effective
более
ways.
эффективно.
That's one of the most fun things about this game. Again, to quote Deadwood once again, smart guy. He says Raid is at its best when Raid is a puzzle game, right? It's trying to figure out, how do I solve, like, this boss is a puzzle. How do I solve the puzzle? What pieces do I have? How do I put them together to beat it? It's definitely how I see the game as well. Part of what I love about being a content creator is then sharing that process with you and helping you out. That's great. About the community.
Well, the thing you should know about Raid community is that
Volodymyr.
It's very active. It's
this guy, I'm trying to remember his name. He's again one of the big, it might be, is he Oracle? I'm not sure. He's one of the ones I recognize for sure.
incredibly huge. It's actually immense, but also it's very sophisticated. There are a lot of players who create videos, create all sorts of guides, fun arts.
Це от розділені на
Each player is your friend, your family member.
окрему людину.
She can speak English.
По суті, твої друзі, твоя сім'я.
Like today,
і ти
no.
стараєшся, хочеш зробити для них щось більше і краще.
Do something bigger. Okay.
Я бы описала комьюнити Рейда
Describe the
двумя
community.
словами.
2 words: thoughtful and
Неравнодушные и
involved. Thank you.
вовлеченные.
Thank you. We
Требовательная.
appreciate that.
но
Demanding,
при этом
demanding. Okay, Darina here. She didn't get the she didn't get the memo. She's like, flatter them memo thrown away. She's like, honest. They're demanding. True. Dedicated to the game.
преданная игре.
Mm-hmm.
Наши игроки, они
like it.
очень страстные. И команда
Passionate.
у нас очень
Okay.
страстная, потому
Passion.
что они, для них наша
Passion.
работа — это вот страсть, это passion, да?
Определенно чувствуется вот это вот небезразличие, вовлеченность и хардкорность
Oh,
не
nice
только
office.
у игроков, но
Let's
и
go.
у команды, потому что она подхватывает
Ooh, what's this? What's
настроение
this? Damage, spawn, object, play animation. I don't know what that means. I'm not that smart. Go away.
комьюнити очень сильно.
There we go. Royal Guard's hitting
Because
things.
actually we
Yeah,
are,
that's
we
on
are
my
the
level.
players of the game as well, so we know our game not only as game designers, we know our game as a players.
Ми всі по одну лінію.
I think it's one of those funny things, right? I know that Morse who's works for Riot, I believe he's the lead designer or game director, you know, one of the top dogs, Morse of TFT, so Riot's Teamfight Tactics. He had some really good stuff actually on that, the idea of developers being players of the game. And it's like, yeah, that's really important. But one thing, like sort of like Asmongold would be very famous for putting forward this sort of stuff, you know, that developers don't play their game and they need to play their game all the time. And Mortdog actually had a bunch of really interesting articles where it's like he, as the top developer, like he went hardcore in Teamfight Tactics, climbed to the top of the competitive ladder, did all this stuff, like partially to prove that he could do it and all the rest. But like, it was really interesting. He wrote some great stuff on it about how it actually made him worse at his job. He was a worse game developer by investing so much time into playing the game. He said, because there's a lot of skills there, where there's a lot of info that doesn't actually overlap. That yes, some of it does overlap and that's important, but there's a lot that doesn't. And by putting like that much time and effort into playing and all that sort of stuff can actually get in your way of doing your job. Like your job is there as a game designer with its whole set of skills, and it's a different set of skills. And yeah, like people that like, it's very funny because I see this across multiple games, you know, and you have to be very aware of it as a content creator that like those of us that play a game a huge amount and we're really invested into it, like we said, we tend to think that we know what's best for everyone, but oftentimes you're seeing it from like a really narrow perspective, and you've lost sight of the full picture and what everyone wants and needs and all the rest.
І граємо на одному полі.
It's always fun.
Тобто, чим більше ми отримуємо підтримки, чим більше ми
Support.
надаємо підтримки,
Love and happiness.
тим далі
It's
ми
all work
всі
together.
рухаємося, і тим краще розвивається проект.
Основное изменение в том,
Main
что
change project.
этот проект стал по-настоящему принадлежать
It's more filler.
аудитории.
It's just filler.
You cannot create
Lovey-dovey
raid
stuff.
and be
Yeah, okay.
separate
So
from
this
community.
section about the community, you can skip that section. It's my review of the video. Skip that
For
section.
me,
Load of shite.
Raid is discipline development machine.
Рейд – це про цілісність і
Окей.
потенціал.
Raid for me is an ability to be creative.
Рейд не про
So far we can skip
Рейд
this bit as
про
well.
скиллы, про тактику, про возможность там сочетать героев именно и видеть вот эту глубинную суть.
Рейд — про людей. У меня
She's
мурашечки.
locked into things. I like
Я бы хотела всем пожелать пройти Faction Wars.
Oh, I love it. I would like everyone to be able to complete Faction Wars. I think that Lydia is a pretty cool character.
Мне кажется, что...
It's so weird to
Lydia
see
это
Lydia
довольно
smiling.
крутой
That's
герой.
hilarious.
I would
Oh
like
my
to
god.
encourage
I love it. I love it. That's so good. The only criticism I do have I do. You know, we got to talk about this. Content creators thinking they know shit. The only criticism, she's too pretty to be a dark elf. She needs like glowing red eyes. You know, this is all these fancy skins. You know, like this kale skin and stuff. Like, it's super cool, and I dig it and all the rest. But you know, if they were like, this is so dumb. If they were like, yo, we'll sell you a Lydia skin for $5 that gives her glowy red eyes that match the wings, I'd be like, yeah, let's lock it in. Get the credit card. That's great. Oh, she doesn't have glowing eyes. She's glowing eyes in her picture. She needs glowing eyes as well. Give them all glowing eyes. Glowing eyes are just a win. Or get glowing eyes in real life.
community members to help newbies to write more guides, to create more user-generated content.
I do that.
And also, I wish that our community remains an exemplary one for many other communities of similar game genre.
I do think that the raid community, broadly speaking, is actually quite nice. Like, I quite enjoy doing it. Like, I did World of Warcraft before. No. Raid is much more pleasant to make content for. I can tell you that much right now. Much more pleasant. But yeah, yeah, we got a great community. By the way, I need to pimp it out because, of course, I've mentioned him a couple of times in the video already. Deadwood Jedi, though, amazing content creator for Raid. You probably all know about Deadwood. If you've ever done the clan boss, you know about Deadwood. But he's doing these faction games at the moment where 9 of us different content creators, hosted by Deadwood Jedi himself, of course. We've been competing against each other in all these different faction games. It's been super good. I'm with the Knights Revenant. I'm on the team with Scratch. He's done his 2 competitions so far. He was with Undead. YST is on the Orcs, and loads of others in there. All your favorite content creators. But they're our least favorite right now because we got to beat them. But yeah, come check it out. It's still ongoing. I'm doing Ice Golem on Sunday. I think it's Sunday. I hope it's Sunday. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Yeah, Sunday should be Ice Golem. I'm doing that. It'll be Fire Night after that as well. YST's doing that. And then I'm going to be doing Hydra as well. So yeah, come check it out. It's all streamed live on Deadwood's channel. And VOD's up after. And it's great fun.
Keep playing Raid. We are going to deliver a lot of new features to you.
We're creating the game, not for you guys.
An
Hang on.
example.
Keep playing Raid. We are going to
His
deliver
cheeky
a lot
look.
of new features to you.
Look at that cheeky look. He's like, wait, am I allowed to say that?
Keep playing Raid.
Am I allowed to
deliver a lot of new?
I just promised new features a week.
We're
like, are we good?
creating the
Are we good?
game, not
The game
for
director's
ourselves,
office is
but
like,
for
no,
millions of
don't
players
promise.
all over the world, and every blood, sweat, and teardrop. It's you as a community. That's what makes it worth it.
Cool. I guess that's their actual office. That's cool. Earth. Yeah, they're in Ukraine. So, I mean, shout out to the Raid devs. They're awesome. Tough time for them just in real life with the war in Ukraine. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is a great video. I thought, this is really well put together. The production value is great. It's nice to actually, meet the team. Not a ton of info in there really, but a couple of little sort of hints and teases. I'm intrigued. But yeah, I thought at the very least, it's a nice video. That was great fun to watch. Hope you enjoyed watching it with me, just hanging out, and me making this video much longer than it needed to be for you, the viewer. Thanks. Right, yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.